Hi guys, and welcome to this video for the General Maths course, setting up linear equations in one unknown. These titles are so long. My name is Darren, MaffsGuru, really good to see you. If you already know who I am, you already have subscribed, won't you? Nope. Okay, well if you can subscribe, it'll stop my mum from having to watch all my videos. And it just tells me that you're watching. I'm never going to be rich, I'm certainly never going to be famous. But just knowing people watch these videos makes sitting in this room talking to myself all the better. And there's MaffsGuru.com for you to sign up. And it's got videos and notes and questions and time codes and all sorts of stuff coming as well. So thank you very much for your patronage. What are we dealing with today? Well, as I say here, we're going to look at how to set up a linear equation from worded problems. And I know your heart is about to sink because you can go, I hate worded problems. I know, this is general maths. But the good news is there's only so many of these we can actually set you, all right? And so if you can get some practice under your belt, you should be able to smash this. It's just, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, hopefully you'll do well, and know how to solve a linear equation from a worded problem. So you've got to go from a worded problem to a formula to solving it. Cha-ching. Now, as I say, lots of people find this challenging. That's not a bad thing. You have support. Ask your teacher, ask me. I will do what I can to help you out. Yeah, there's a lot of tips and tricks and strategies, but mostly people tend to forget that you choose the letter. You're looking to choose a letter that's going to stand for something you don't currently know. All right, so I'm going to start with some examples, and I don't think this video is going to be massively long. Find an equation for the perimeter of the triangle shown. Now, what do we notice there? We've got a triangle and there's three sides. One's got 4, one's got 7, and one's got an X. Now, the first thing is there, it says the perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shape. Thank you very much. Very helpful. But what am I going to call the perimeter? I don't know. Well, yes, you do. We can just call it P. Let's choose a sensible letter. So the perimeter of that shape is given by, well, if this was a maths question and I gave you a triangle with 4, 7, and 3 on it, what would you do? You'd add them all together to find out what it is. Well, let's do that now. So I'm going to do 4 plus 7 plus X. And don't free fall panic and go, oh, I don't know what X is. That's the whole point. You're just at this moment in time looking to create an equation. End of. An equation has an equal sign. It can have 2 letters in it. Doesn't matter at this moment in time. Can we simplify any of this? Yes, we can. We know what 4 plus 7 is. So P becomes 11 plus X. And believe it or not, that's your answer. You've taken a worded problem, or in this situation, I suppose, a diagram, and you've turned it into an equation to find the perimeter of that triangle shown. Doesn't matter you don't know what X is. Is that your answer? Yes, it's not 11X, it's 11 plus X. Job done. Smiley face. We can move on. No diagram with this one. Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Let's read the question first. If 11 is added to a certain number, the result is 25. Find the number. Okay, so first thing is, when it doesn't tell you what the number is, you're going to choose something to stand for. What letter do you think you're going to use? I think N. Marvelous. The result is, that's another way of saying equals to. So again, if you can sort of learn that, the result is the same as equal to. So it says if 11 is added to a certain number, the result is 25. And ka-ching, thank you very much. We have just written our linear equation. You could have written it the other way around. The number plus 11 is 25. Same. But what are we trying to find now? We want to get the letter on its own. We want to make it a bit of a loner. So that means the plus 11's got to go. How do I undo a plus 11? I take away 11 from both sides. That goes. N is equal to 25 minus 11. Gives me 14, and ka-ching, there is my missing number. Whoa. Yes, now again, if you haven't understood why I've crossed these things through and I'm unpacking or reversing things, previous video, go and have a watch. Another one, at a recent show, Chris spent $100 on 8 show bags, each costing the same price. Using X as the cost of one show bag. So they're telling you now, X is the cost of show bag. Write an equation showing the cost of 8 show bags, right? So 8 times the cost of one show bag, because if I had, is equal to 100. Where did I come from? Again, I need to know that 8 times the cost. If I had, if I know a pen costs $1, how much would one pen cost? $1. How much would 2 pens cost? $2. 10 pens? $10. What are you doing? You're timesing the cost of that pen by the number you've bought. So again, here is the cost of my show bag times by how many I've got. And we know that that's equal to 100. Well, how am I going to do it now? Well, I can divide both sides by 8. That's going to get rid of this for me. So x becomes equal to 100 divided by 8. Now, as you can see, on my calculator, when I put that in, and I'll come back to my calculator in a moment, that gave me 25 on 2. Now, basically, that's because my calculator was in auto mode, and that annoys me, because really I wanted it in approximate mode, which is actually the same as 12.5. Now, again, bearing in mind you can use your CAS to do this, notice I just said solve, tell my calculator to do it all for me. I have to put the whole equation in, 8x equals 100, do a comma to say it's the end of the equation, and say that you want the calculator to tell you what the value of x is, and out came 12.5. Another one! Yo, yo, yo! A car rental company has a fixed charge of $110. Now, a fixed charge is basically doesn't matter. You're paying that regardless of whether you use it or not. It's like a taxi when you get in it. Plus, interesting maths word, $84 per day for the hire of the car. The Brown family have budgeted $650 for the hire of a car during the family holiday. How many days can they hire the car? Again, ignore that information. We're going to come up with a formula first. So, the cost of a car is given by $110. That's a fixed cost. It's on its own. Plus $84 for every day. So 84 times D, which is the number of days. There is my formula. Thank you very much. I've got my formula. Now let's go back to what it says. The Brown family have budgeted $650 for the car. Which is that? Is that the value of D or the value of C? Well, hopefully you don't think it's the value of D, because it's told you the cost of the car, and that's the C for the cost, not the number of days. We're going to find the number of days. So the question says, for how many days can they hire the car? So they've given me 650. I'm going to put 650 in here is equal to 110 plus 84 times by D. Now again, 84 and the D stuck together, leave them alone. I want to get rid of this 110. So I'm going to subtract 110 from both sides, which gives me 540 is equal to 84 times D. What I want on its own, I want the D on its own, so I need to get rid of that times by 84 by dividing both sides by 84. By is equal to D, and 540 divided by 84. Again, I don't know what that is in my head, so I fired up my CAS calculator, and lo and behold, what did it come up with? Well, again, my calculator was in the stupid mode. It left it as a fraction, and I went, oh, go back and tell me what it is as a decimal. Now, this is where the trick of the question is. D is equal to 6.428. Well, they're not going to hire a car for 6.428 days, are they? I mean, what would that even mean? Right? Can you imagine turning back and going, right, I've had the car for 6 days and 12 hours and 93 minutes. 93 minutes? No. Anyway, that's not going to work. So because they've got $650, they don't have to spend it all. And in that situation, they can actually afford the car for only 6 days. If they tried to take it for 7 days, it would blow out their budget, because they wouldn't have enough money to be able to do that. Because if you did 84 times 7 plus 110, you are going to get way more than $650. So they wouldn't be able to afford the car for the 7th day. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this video. I said there weren't many questions, and I hopefully have built up and given you an idea. Ask for help if you need to. I am here. But otherwise, I'm going to call it a day and record another video. Thank you very much. Take care. Darren, MaffsGuru. Sign up to YouTube. Head over to MaffsGuru.com and tell your mates. If not, I'll maybe see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.